What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite, and welcome back to Reimagining Manchester United. Today we have Juventus in the quarterfinal of the Champions League second leg, and we have Everton in the FA Cup semifinal. Obviously, I kind of spoiled the draw for you. We did get Juventus, so we had a pretty good first leg, too. If you see on the top right, we won 2-1 away from home, so we've got a pretty good advantage going into the home leg. So hopefully that means we can see this leg through and play well. We've got a couple people out. Mason Greenwood tore his hamstring on international duty. He's out 2 months, or he was out 2 months. He's out another month or so now. Pogba twisted his ankle. He's out for a couple weeks. Alex Telles is still not back. They're without Ousmane Dembele and Leonardo Bonucci, so they've got a couple injuries too. But in terms of the past few games that we've played, if we go back to the table, you see we are ahead of Liverpool by 4 points. Liverpool lost against Fulham, which is a terrible loss for them. But we also drew against Chelsea, so we kind of didn't take full advantage of that. But you see our last performances. Our first game was against Chelsea. Well, first we played Atletico Madrid in the second leg, and we beat them 2-0. So a good 5-0 victory over 2 legs against Atletico Madrid. We weren't that great, really. A penalty by Mason Greenwood, and he scored another goal. So Greenwood was finally scoring right before he got injured. He finally scored a goal, so that was nice. I played him, and I played Kimmich just to give them a chance, like pretty much their last chance to score, because I felt comfortable going into that leg that we'd still win even if they didn't do anything. And Greenwood played well, Kimmich played well, and so they kept getting more game time. I played Chelsea after that. We drew 1-1. I played Kimmich again, and he wasn't very good. I played Greenwood again, and he wasn't very good. And yeah, we just weren't very good. Bruno Fernandes got sent off in the 10th minute. That was really frustrating because he set up the first goal and then immediately 2-foot lunged a guy and got sent off. So really, to get a 1-1 draw after being down a man for 80 minutes is pretty impressive. We actually outplayed them too, even with 10 men. So maybe it wasn't that bad of a result. We then played Preston, and that was a bad result. We only beat them 1-0 in the FA Cup quarterfinal. You have to do better against Preston, a championship side. Our strikers, again, were awful. I started Rashford and Martial, who seemed to be the informed strike partnership, and they were terrible. Donny van de Beek got injured early on in the game. Brandon Williams made the difference. He started the game, and he got a goal. But, see, I've rotated a little bit, but it's still a really strong squad. Like, Sula and Skriniar played, Dodo played, Kimmich obviously played, and he played well this game, so he's kind of been pretty good, actually. And pretty much what I think is my best strike partnership played, and they still couldn't get it done. Then played West Ham. We won 3-1. It wasn't that conclusive. It was 1-1 for most of the game. In the 85th minute, Martial scored, and they scored again in the 89th minute. So, yeah, 2 late goals kind of made this look better than it was. We weren't very good against West Ham. Strikers, again, weren't very good. I had to pull Marcus Rashford because he was doing nothing. So I started to put Martial in, and he got 2 goals. Diallo played okay. I think he got at least one of the assists. Pogba had been playing really well, too, so it's frustrating to see him go out injured, but he was playing well. We then played Leeds, and again, not that impressive. Only won 1-0. Pogba got the goal, then got injured. They had 2 sending offs, but they were really late in the game, so they weren't really that important. Kimmich played again, and he played well again. So Kimmich is in pretty good form. Like, he's averaging like a 6.8 in his last 5, which is a marked improvement. So, as long as he's going to do all right, I'm going to keep giving him games. And he did actually withdraw his transfer request, so Kimmich might be staying. And as you saw before, we beat Juventus 2-1 in the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinal, away from home. 2 goals by Marcus Rashford. Him and Martial played pretty well this game, which is good to see because they had not been that fantastic. But the rest of the team didn't really do much. There's pretty much just 2 solo goals. Rashford with a goal in the 4th minute after Sula had just completely gift-wrapped a goal for Weston McKennie. Literally passed it straight to him in his own box. And easy goal for Weston McKennie. Rashford immediately equalizes, though. Then he gets a winner in what ended up being the winner in the 14th minute. So we played quite a bit of football without doing much. But we got the 2 early goals, and that's what gave us the lead, gave us the advantage. Now we've got 2 away goals and a 1-goal advantage against Juventus. I think we should be able to see that out. We then played Derby County, who are like 18th, and it's another bad result. A goal in the first minute after a pretty much just gifted goal. Passed it straight to Rashford. Try to pass it back to the goalkeeper. Rashford cuts it out, goes around the goalkeeper, and dribbles it into the back of the net. After that, we did nothing. Even though they had a man sent off in the 50th minute, we just did nothing. Diallo was awful that game. Rashford, other than that goal, did nothing. Yeah, we just weren't that good. So, not good enough. We had like 2.3 XG, but the strikers just aren't being clinical at all. So, that's really frustrating. I really need them to kind of figure it out here in the very end of the season, or this isn't going to be the best end of the season for us. We're in quite a few, semifinals. Or if we beat Juventus, we'll be in the Champions League semifinal. We're in the FA Cup semifinal, and we're currently at top of the league. So we have a chance to complete the quadruple, which is what I was looking for to finish the series. So I don't think we're going to do that unless the strikers get back to their scoring ways and can consistently find the back of the net. Enough of that, though. Let's get into the Juventus game. This is the squad I'm going with. I'm giving Joshua Kimmich the start. He's played well. He's should be the better player, even though if we look at Camavinga, look at the arrows, look at the improvement. He looks pretty dang good now. He's really improved in the last couple of years. Physicals are great. His technicals are really getting up there. Like, he started with like 14 passing and 14 vision. Now he's 16 at both, 16 tackling, 17 technique, 16 positioning, 17 anticipation. He is very good now. He's not quite playing out of this world right now. He's in okay form. If we look at his form, 6.84, so pretty much the same as Kimmich's. But I feel like Kimmich is the better player right now still. Really, if you look at their attributes, it's not much different. Kimmich is just a much harder worker, and I think that could be useful this game. So I'm going to go with Kimmich, and Dodo's going to keep starting because he's been playing very well. Luke Shaw's been playing pretty well. Van de Beek comes in for the injured Pogba. He's just coming back from injury, so he's only limited to 75 minutes, but I'm going to play him until he drops probably, unless he has a bad game. Going with what should be our informed strike partnership, Rashford and Martial. They've both played well in the past couple games, but just in different games. They don't play well at the same time, it seems like. And I'm actually giving Harry Maguire the chance at center back. None of the other center backs have really impressed me. McTominay's really fallen off form. Tuanzebe's been pretty bad. Bailly hasn't been anything special. He hasn't gotten a whole lot of opportunities, but Lindelof's been bad. So I'm giving the shot to Harry Maguire. He's got the best attributes of all the options for third center back. So he should be the guy that should be starting. If he can do all right, 6.86, I'll take it for a third center back. My worst of the three. If he could put in a 6.86 consistently, then I'll take it. His average rating's already gone up like 0.08 points or something like that, just out of the past 5 matches he's played. So let's get into the game, though. See if we can beat Juventus, or at least just not lose by enough so we get the win on goal difference, or on away goals. Keep it strong at the back. I'm going with our balanced attack. It makes the most sense. We're trying not to concede goals. We're not trying to score a whole bunch, so they're going with the exact same squad they played last match. This first leg means nothing now. This is a brand new match, and we've got to make sure we win it. Joshua Kimmich never responds to team talks. I don't know what it is. He does respond to motivation, though. Yeah, I have the faith. Man United are unbeaten in 3 matches against Juventus. How much of an edge does this give your team as a kickoff approaches? It doesn't mean a great deal. Players change, managers change, circumstances change. We'll pay little attention to it. As the leading scorers in the Champions League, are you looking forward to another positive match in front of goal? I want my team to play on the front foot, and the boys have done that really well so far. I think they can continue in this way. I'm surprised we're the leading goal scorers in the Champions League. We have actually had our best performances in the Champions League, so it seems like the players have high, big occasions, because I know Rashford does. I don't know about the rest of the team, but I know for sure Rashford has high, big matches. I think Shula does too. So those players really step up in the big games. It seems like Bruno even steps up in the big games quite a bit. And some of the role players do too. The guys like Van de Beek, Shaw, Dodo. So I'm hoping to see more of that tonight. I'm hoping to get through comfortably. I don't want it to be really, worrying going into the last couple minutes of the game. They put a ball in, though. It gets headed out. As far as Weston McKennie, falls it back to Bentancur. Back to Danilo. Puts it in for Dybala, but he has no angle. Puts it back to Danilo. Looks like he's going to play it back to Bentancur. They getting completely swarmed by our players. We're doing pretty well defensively right now, as Harry Maguire cuts out the pass. Everyone's in position. We've got plenty of men back. And now we've got a ball over the top looking for Rashford. Rashford is through on goal, and he looks to chip the keeper, and he does. Marcus Rashford scores the goal, give us a 3-1 advantage over both legs, a 1-0 advantage in this leg. A nice little counterattack. The counterattacks on this tactic are just so deadly. The ball's over the top with our quick strikers. Teams just can't deal with it. It works so often. A nice chip by Rashford. I thought he was going to hit the crossbar, but he gets it in underneath the crossbar and gets the goal. Great start to the game. We've not gotten, saying that, we've not gotten off to the most shots on target or anything like that. It's been 30 minutes and we only have 3 shots. But we've been clinical when it matters, which is what we've not been so far this season. So we just turn up in the Champions League. I'll take it because I want to win the Champions League, obviously, but we need to win the Premier League too. We need to win the FA Cup too. We've already won the Carabao Cup, so that's already checked off. Luke Shaw getting a chance to put a ball in. Finds Bruno, but he gets blocked. But it falls to Bruno again, I think, and he hits it wide. Bruno, he goes through his energy so fast. He's always tired going into halftime. Like, he's always that orange tired in halftime every single game. I don't know why that position uses up so much energy, but it seems like both him and Pogba, or whoever I play there, they are the first ones to get tired. I guess that Mazzala role does a lot of running because they get the most tired out of any player. But going into halftime, we have a 1-0 lead, a 3-1 lead over 2 legs. They need 2 goals to send it to extra time. I'm going to say don't get complacent. Things can turn around very quickly. Keep focused. We can stay strong at the back and just not allow 2 goals. We're through. I think we can do that. We've been very strong defensively all season. We've not allowed very many games with 2 goals. We have allowed them, but not very often, especially not in one half. So hopefully we can keep strong at the back. Juventus are very strong, especially up top with Cristiano Ronaldo and Dybala. That is a very good strike partnership. So they got, the creator and the finisher. So that's a really good partnership. But I think we might be able to score again. Bruno Fernandes takes a shot and it goes in. I thought it was going to go wide. Bruno Fernandes, no assist, but he gets the shot. It looked like with his left foot into the bottom left corner. We are 2-0 up. They need 3 goals. Yeah, 3 goals. Ball into Van de Beek, into Rashford, looking for Martial, but it gets tackled, but only as far as Bruno Fernandes. It looks like Szczesny got a piece of it, but didn't quite get enough to send it wide. Goes just over his hand, hits his hand, just goes barely in. A good finish by Bruno Fernandes. He is so good. He's so good. I think I'm going to take him off now. I don't think they're going to score 3 goals. He's obviously very tired. I'll bring on Andreas Pereira. He's actually been playing pretty well recently. Like, whenever he's had to come in because of the injuries, like Van de Beek got injured, Pogba got injured, so Andreas Pereira had to play some games, and he played well. Kimmich is also having a good game. Seems like Harry Maguire is the only one, and Martial, are the only ones having bad games so far. I'm going to make another sub, but I'll see what happens in this highlight. I'll probably take Dodo off. He's played really well, but he's on a yellow card. He's a little tired. And I go more defensive with Wan-Bissaka. Have a chance at another goal. Andreas Pereira, is that offside? I think it's offside. It's not going to count. Looked like Andreas Pereira got what is like one of his second or third goal for the club this season. But it's not going to count. And I'm going to bring in Wan-Bissaka. Clear offside. Was Andreas Pereira offside? Yes, it was Andreas Pereira who was off. Ball into Van de Beek. Puts it across, and yeah, he's just off by a foot. Even though he doesn't get the ball until Rashford passes it to him. So surely he should not be counted offside because the pass was Rashford's pass that kept him onside. He doesn't need to be offside for the first pass if he's back onside for the second pass, right? That seems like he should have been onside there. Maybe I don't know the rule completely, but I feel like he should have been onside. I don't know. Maybe that's the rule. A ball through to Dybala though. He tries to get a shot in, but Skriniar blocks it. Skriniar's been solid. Like that central center back role still doesn't seem to do well, even if he's not on cover, but he seems to do better than anyone else given that role so far. So I do think the cover is broken in terms of getting awful ratings. But I think that central position just in general doesn't get good ratings either. So when you combine the two, it's just a recipe for disaster. Looks like we're going to get through this, though. They need 3 goals in 8 minutes. That's definitely not going to happen. Not against this tactic. Van de Beek going on a counterattack here. Just dribbling the ball. It goes for a shot, but it gets saved by Szczesny. A nice shot by Donny Van de Beek. I might take him off. He's pretty tired. Could take off Shaw or Sula. They're both tired and on a yellow. I'm going to take Sula off. Bring on Scotty McTominay. I think that's all my subs, right? Yeah, I brought on Andreas, Bissaka, and McTominay, so I can't make any more subs. But we should be able to see this game out. Van de Beek with a corner. Almost headed in by Martial, I think, of all players. Falls the ball. Oh, ball falls to Skriniar, but he hits it right at Szczesny. Now this is just for style points. This game is won. Now we're just trying to make it look worse. McTominay from the corner, but he heads it just over. He's been our second best center back in terms of headed goals this season. I think he has like 5 or 6 goals this season, which is pretty good for the limited amount of time he really played. He played quite a bit for a while when he was on good form, but he's not been playing recently that much because he hasn't been in good form. So I've given the option to Harry Maguire. He's still not doing well. Harry Maguire isn't, but he is the captain. I feel like he provides a benefit being on the pitch. I don't think he scored a single goal this season, which is not good, considering he scored quite a few last season. But we get through the game. We get to the Champions League semifinal after beating Juventus. I believe we're going to be taking on Real Madrid. It's either Real Madrid or Man City, and Real Madrid won like 3-0 in the first leg, so I think we're going against Real Madrid. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. Not the best, most impressive victory, but 2-0 against a good Juventus team is impressive. Milan absolutely thrashes Inter. 6-0 over 2 legs. They won 5-0 in the first leg. In the away leg, I think they won 5-0. That is ridiculous. So Milan look like they're pretty strong. We're probably going to be going against Real Madrid. I don't think they've played yet. If I look at the game, when's the game? No, they haven't played yet. They'll play later today, I think. Is that when it is? That's the last game. They won 3-0. It doesn't say when the next game is. It says ties were played on... I don't know. I don't know when the next game is, but it's probably tomorrow. So I'll see you for the Everton game. I might show you the result of the... If it's a surprising result, I'll show you the result. If Real Madrid just walk it, you're just going to expect Real Madrid to be our opponent. But I'll see you for the Everton match. That'll just be in a few seconds. And we are back for the Everton match in the FA Cup. We are back on the Arsenal homepage because I got reminded of this in our press conference before the match. I meant to show you this, but Arsenal have a new manager. They have for a couple months, and it's been Thierry Henry. So Henry has come back to Arsenal to manage them. I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, that's happened. So, Arsenal are being managed by Thierry Henry, and his job is now under threat because they're 10th in the Premier League. So, it's not working out very well for Thierry Henry. But in terms of the Champions League, we do have Real Madrid. They went 0-0 in the second leg to win 3-0 over both legs. So we've got Real Madrid in the Champions League semifinal. The other leg is Barcelona versus AC Milan. So I'm kind of hoping for an AC Milan win because I think they should be or Bayern. Yeah, did I say Bayern Munich versus AC Milan? Bayern Munich. I might have said Barcelona. I meant Bayern Munich. I think AC Milan still should be the easier tie. Like, I think I still should want AC Milan, even though they destroyed Inter. But, this is only 2 seasons in. Surely AC Milan can't be that much better than Bayern Munich. So I'm kind of hoping for them to win. But first, we've got to beat Real Madrid. We have the away leg first. I'll probably do that next episode. I'll probably do both legs in next episode. I don't think I need to come back. I might have to come back for the Premier League if we have a chance to win it. So, I don't know. We might do a 3-game special if we can win it by the Newcastle match. But we've got a tough match against Wolves first in the league. Should be a much easier match against Burnley, but then Newcastle are worst in the league, but they drew with us last time. So, and we've got Fulham. So those are 2 banana peels right there for Newcastle and Fulham that we can't, go in expecting we're going to win and drop points. But today we have Everton. I'm going with the exact same squad that played the last match against Juventus. I think it's the strongest squad we've got available in terms of fitness. Tellez is still out. Pogba's still out. Greenwood's still out. So I think this is the best squad we can put together. Kimmich stays in there. He's continued to play relatively well. I guess it took me telling him he might get transferred to kind of kick him into gear, but he's finally put back into that form that I expected from him. Maguire's still not in the best form, but I still think he's our best option. McTominay can quickly come in if he's having a bad game. But that's what I'm going with. Let's get into the FA Cup semifinal and see if we can get to the FA Cup final. I'm going to say the media have given you a lot of credit lately, so go out there and put on a worthy display. That always works. I don't know why, but that always works. Tell Kimmich I have faith because he doesn't get motivated by the team talk. You have to tell him you have faith to get him motivated. James Rodriguez has proven himself to be an incisive passer in the FA Cup so far. Do you have a plan to stop him? There's only so much you can do against a player of his caliber. Hopefully he stays quiet. Given Donny van de Beek's lack of match fitness, how long can he last out there? He's good to go. If he encounters any setbacks during the match, we'll deal with him accordingly. They have not been in very good form, so that is good for us. They've been in terrible form. This still is a pretty strong squad. Like, I looked at their squad going into this match, and they've got some good players in there. Plenty of good players, so this won't be easy. But with their form, you have to consider us favorites. With our form especially, we've won the last 5. We won like the last 8 or 9 or 10. Or ever since the Chelsea match, we've won every single match. Rashford almost has a chance at the back post, but he is offside. Shula heads it right to Rashford, but Rashford was offside, so it won't count, even though it got blocked. But a little bit of a warning shot right off the bat. We're looking to score quickly. Score with strikers, hopefully. Rashford's been doing all right. Martial's not... he had 2 goals like 4 games ago, but ever since then he hasn't scored. He's been scoreless in the last 3. He has gotten a couple of assists, but assists are all right, but I'd like to see goals from our strikers. If I could get both strikers in good goal-scoring form, I feel confident going against anybody. Shaw with a long throw, though. Throws it in, but it's going to get to Martial at the front post. Puts it into Bruno, and he almost scores. He hits the post. That should have been a goal. Bruno Fernandes has to score that. He's got a whole half of a goal to shoot for, and he hits the post. That's disappointing because that was a nice ball by Martial. It looked like he was about to get another assist, but not quite. They put in a ball, but Shula heads it away. Only as far as Jibamin. Into Digne. Digne's very good, but he gets 2-footed, but apparently it's a good tackle. That looked like a red card to me, but I'll take it. Martial with the ball in. Oh, he gets a nice block off, but Rashford gets it, only to get blocked again. Dodo into Bruno. He gets blocked again. They're getting in front of every single shot. Everton's defense so far has been rock solid. Unfortunately for us, but we've got to find a way through. And I know we can do it. We've got the quality of players to do it. Bruno Fernandes, Van de Beek, who's been in pretty good form, even though he's not doing anything special today. Both of our strikers can definitely get through and score some goals. I'm going to tell them I'm not happy because we need to be leading. It shouldn't be that close because this isn't the toughest match we could have gotten. I think the other one is, I don't remember the other 2 teams they're playing, but they're 2 top 6 teams, so the final's going to be harder than this. So if we're struggling this much against Everton, I'm not so encouraged about the FA Cup final. Shaw with the chance, though, to put a ball in down this left-hand side. Puts a ball into Bruno Fernandes, but he misses again. Bruno goes over. He doesn't hit the woodwork this time. He puts it completely over. And we just cannot find the back of the net. The finishing has not been good enough. Not very many shots on target, but even through quite a few shots. Van de Beek with a chance here. He's going to get blocked if he tries a shot there. Puts it back to Shula. Into Bruno. All the way over to Shaw. Can put it back to Van de Beek. He puts it back to Shaw. Looked like Van de Beek had a chance to shoot there, but it falls to Bruno, who gets blocked again. They're having a block party out here, blocking everything. We have 14 shots, but only 4 on target. That's not good enough. I'm going to demand more from the team. Now, Everton have a chance down this left-hand side, our right-hand side. Digne puts it back to Decore. Right back's in a lot of space. That's Mason Holgate. Back to Decore. They're closing him down, pushing up the line. Calvert-Lewin gets the ball, but I should have been tackled right there. I don't know who that was, but he should have tackled him. It's Bruno. Nice ball in for Calvert-Lewin. He couldn't score from that angle, and he doesn't. Shouldn't score is what I say. He could, but he shouldn't, and he didn't. De Gea makes the good save. Kimmich is not having one of his best games. I'm going to bring on Camavinga. Otherwise, the strikers are doing okay. I mean, obviously they're not putting shots on target, but they're not getting docked for it in terms of their rating. Dodo's not having the best game, but he's a lot more attacking than Wan-Bissaka is, so I don't really want to bring on Wan-Bissaka. I think I'm going to trust Dodo to figure it out. Donnie's not had the best game. Fred or Pereira? I don't know, because Fred has showed up a couple times this season. Andreas has been better recently. I'm going to give Andreas Pereira the shot. He's been better recently than Fred has. I can't encourage the team. I want to encourage the team because they need to do something here. Hamas with the chance from a free kick. Oh, it gets blocked, I think. Maguire gets in the way of the shot. Harry Maguire makes his biggest play of the season to get in front of what would definitely have been a goal. Now they have a corner. Hamas probably to take. It is Hamas to take it. We've got plenty of men defending this near post, and he tries to go to the near post. Shula heads it away easily. Shula's had a good game so far, which is good to see. He's been one of the only players, him and Bruno, even though Bruno's missed a lot of shots. So I don't know if they're giving him credit just for getting those chances, or if he's done a lot of good passing otherwise, because he has a lot of key passes on the season. So maybe he's been having a lot of good passes that we haven't seen, but he's got a good rating. Rashford's rating's starting to go down. It's getting to the point where I have to consider bringing in a striker. Diallo's not been amazing recently, but I don't know. I feel like Rashford and Martial give us our best chance. I'm going to go to the attacking tactic. We need a goal. Usually the balanced one can still score quite a few goals for us, and it stays a lot stronger at the back than this attacking one does, but I need to see goals. I might switch to a 4-2-3-1 if we can't figure a way through. But Dodo down this right-hand side. Going to run at him, uses pace, puts a nice ball in for Martial, but it gets saved by Pickford. The best chance of the game. And Pickford makes the stop. A nice ball in from Dodo. That's why I didn't take Dodo off. He has the ability to do that, which I don't think Wan-Bissaka has. Looks like it's going to extra time. Do I switch to a 4-2-3-1? Or do I continue with what I got? Their actually formation is about the same as ours. Dodo has to come off now. So I'm not going to be able to switch to the 4-2-3-1. Wan-Bissaka has to come in. We've got depth at right back, so I think we'll be all right. But that's not very fortunate because Dodo's been pretty decent for us. We have 2 XG and 0 goals. Our strikers have been awful. I don't know how they have competent ratings. I'm going to thrash my arms, say I'm far from pleased. To the attackers, I'm furious with your finishing. We should score. We have 2 XG. We need to score goals. A lot of that is probably Bruno, actually, because he's had a lot of the best opportunities, but strikers aren't good enough either. They're having 20 shots and only putting 5 on target is just not even close to good enough. I don't think we're going to get a goal. It looks like we're going to go to extra time, or second half of extra time, and probably into penalties. I'm going to berate the team. Tell them to be more expressive. I don't really want to go more direct, because this is the best way I think we have of scoring. I'm not tell him where to kick. I'm just going to tell him to distribute however he wants. Maybe just tell him to take long kicks. I don't really want to push the line higher up. I don't want to concede. I think we've got good penalty takers, so we should be all right in a penalty shootout. I think those are the only changes I'm going to make. Trust the team that this tactic can score goals. Doesn't look like it's going to, though. 21 shots, 6 on target, basically 2.5 XG, and we've not scored a single goal. If we lose this on the penalty shootout, I'm going to fine every single player I can. That is definitely not good enough. That is horrid. Pereira's a decent penalty taker. That's nice. Other than that, we don't have the best. But our top 3 are really good, so they should hopefully get us through. Hopefully they miss one of theirs and one of their first 3 shots, because after our top 4 especially, we don't get very good. We have 2 center backs. That's not ideal. Camavinga. His composure is only 14. I thought he had higher composure than that. He doesn't have good finishing either, so I'll keep him at 7th. Luke Shaw. Harry Maguire. Not David De Gea. Wan-Bissaka. Then David De Gea. Hopefully we don't need it to go that far. Hopefully we can win it in our first 4. That'd be nice. If we can win it in our first 4, I'd feel comfortable. If it goes to 5, I'm going to be very nervous. 5 and more. I expect you to win this shootout. I do. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. Everyone's motivated or confident. Surely we're not going to lose this. Or calm. Dodo's calm, but he's injured, so why would I care? We take the first penalty. I always like starting off taking penalties first. Give us the, get us to go first. So make the statement. Bruno Fernandes gets the first goal. 19 penalty taking. You hope he would. James surely has good penalty taking. He's a great dead ball man. He's probably going to find the back of the net, and he does. We do have one of the best shot stoppers in the world, though, with David De Gea. So if anyone's going to save a penalty, it's probably going to be De Gea. It's probably not going to be Pickford. Saying that, Rashford's probably going to miss. But no, he scores to put us 2-1 up. Morelos, I didn't even notice he came on. So Morelos comes on, take a penalty. I don't know what his penalty's like. He makes De Gea go the wrong way, finds the back of the net. It's now to Martial. I really hope they had would have missed one by now. Martial puts it in the bottom corner. Very good penalties from our side so far, but we're getting towards the end of our competent penalty takers. We've got one good one left. They've got Lucas Moura to take a penalty. And he goes right, left. He goes left, right, left. He goes left, and he does all right. Puts it in the back of the net. De Gea can't get there. Andreas Pereira, our last chance of a good penalty taker. He scores. So all the ones I expected to score have scored, but we need to make a save. It's going to come down to one of our center backs possibly to win this if we can save a penalty. Iwobi puts it in the corner. De Gea can't get there. Iwobi with another good penalty, or with a good penalty. That's his first penalty. Now it's our center backs. I am not confident anymore. But Skriniar finds the back of the net. He has good composure, and he showed it. Now they have a chance. If they miss this, we win. So all the pressure's on them. This is why I like going first. The pressure is always on the second taker. Turavest, the right back, I believe, is going to take the penalty. Don't know what his composure is, but he puts it down the middle, and De Gea makes the save. We win 5-4 on penalties. I always knew De Gea would step up if we needed him to, and he did. Not a great performance from the rest of the team. I don't know how Martial and Rashford got over 7s, considering they had 21 shots, only 6 on target, and 2.5 XG, and 0 goals. I mean, they both scored a penalty, but other than that, they've been absolutely terrible. Bruno Fernandes was not good in front of goal. I don't know where these ratings come from. De Gea, I understand. He saved a penalty, and saved all their 3 shots on target. Did what he had to do. Maguire made the one most important block of the game. Look at their ratings. James 7.1. Their back line was amazing. Their back line was so good that game. We could not get past them. We kept hitting them. They kept blocking our shots. I'm gonna say that was a bit of a let-off. We were not good enough. We have to be better against better competition. Well done on reaching the FA Cup final. How does it feel? Anytime you get to play in a final, it's worth celebrating, so I'm delighted. Nobody expected the match to go all the way to a penalty shootout, but you just about managed to get the win in the end. Are you disappointed your team came so close to losing the game? Fair play to Everton. They played out of their skins, but we were very poor today. We got to fix that finishing. We have to fix it if we're going to win everything, which is what we're aiming to do. Dodo out 3 weeks. I'll send him to the doctor. All right. I will be back for both legs of Real Madrid. Maybe back for Real Madrid in a league game. I don't know. Depends on if we have a chance to win the league. I'll be back for that game. But if not, I'll be back for both legs of Real Madrid. If you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. Links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.